All right, it's blinking. That's a good thing. We'll go 10 minutes with this guy. Oh, that's better. Way better.
I think, I guess. We'll see someday. Is it better?
It's better. All right, I'm Justin Franson here with Peter Smith at USC new tennis stadium. It is official. They have the new one built. It's looking amazing. Compared to when I went to school here, Peter Smith is a men's varsity tennis coach at the University of Southern California. He helped fundraise for this whole venue and get it after winning a handful of national titles and 4 straight back-to-back NCAA Division I titles. And Peter and I are longtime friends. We go back for years. He brought his whole team at Pepperdine out to Shiley and Scripps Clinic in La Jolla to train with us. I worked with his team for several years, did footwork camps at Pepperdine University with him for years. And so we have a long time friendship, but also mutual respect as far as how open and how the fun factor that he has, what he brings to the tennis court, to boosting people's energy systems, to have them go beyond in their performances. It's unbelievable. And so we're so grateful to be able to sit down with you and chat with you all these years after we started off together. And
20 years, really. It's been 20 years.
So anyhow, lots of fun. So Peter, take us back to the Pepperdine days, and maybe even start before, where you were playing Long Beach, and how you got into coaching, and what brought you into Pepperdine, and where you are today at USC.
Yeah, I've been at this for about 30 years. So it's an amazing story. I played at Long Beach State, and then played a little bit on the tour, and then they asked me to take over the program. And so here I am 30 years later. I've coached at Long Beach State, Fresno State. I met Justin when I just started at Pepperdine. I got the job. I knew we needed more. I found Justin through some mutual friends. Took the whole team down there. We went down to La Jolla. He came up to Malibu. Pretty not too bad of places to train, and just introduced me to a lot of cool things. But I think it was just me always looking for the extra edge, always looking, as Justin says, to go a little bit beyond what everyone has and what everyone's doing. Just having a real open mind to just make things better for my team and my athletes. And so, yeah, it's been an amazing journey. So now he comes here, and last time he was here, this facility was built in 1970 for $300,000, and he comes back, and we have a brand new $12 million facility, and the things that we have at within our grasp is amazing. But I think what always makes championship caliber teams and championship caliber programs is the people that are in it. You can have the nicest facility or the worst facility, and if you don't have the right people, you're not going to have the right product out on the field or court. And so, yeah, just been an amazing journey. So one that we're still on, and just enjoying that journey is important. And so, yeah, we have all these great trophies and rings and stuff like that. But to me, the most important thing is trying to make my current team always the best. And so we're always looking at doing things differently, keeping it fresh, keeping things dynamic, I would say, which would be, for me, dynamic is fun and competitive, and doing things differently, and empowering the athletes that I work with, and giving them a voice in what we do. I think a lot of that started with me because I was so young. I was 23 years old when I was a head coach at Long Beach State, and incredibly, half of the team that I coached were my former teammates. So they were basically my assistants. So I've always looked to my team for ideas, and looked to my captains and my seniors and juniors to give them a voice, and make them a real part of the program and give them ownership. So a lot of pressure here at SC. Expectations are always to win, but I think you have to expect just to do your very best, which in essence is all that anybody can ever do out there. And trying to win and trying to win NCAAs and things like that, that's nice, but that's not anything we ever think about or talk about, or we just every day just trying and doing our best. And that always starts with me. I'm at the top of the food chain, so that has to come every day, and I understand that I'm the MVP. I can't go out on the court and play. Fortunately for my team, I can't go play anymore because I'm not going to win too much anymore. But everything starts and ends with me, and so if I'm in a bad mood, probably the team's going to be in a bad mood. If I'm not thinking clearly, they're not thinking clearly. So we just always have to wake up and really go after it.
Definitely. Well, you guys do it better than most and consistently as well. And so talk to me more about your recruiting methods. I know when you were at Pepperdine, you were really into going internationally, traveling, finding some of the best talent and drawing them into that beautiful campus and into that environment, and really creating that team synergy that you do when as a coach, and you do it best. And so talk to us a little bit how the recruiting was back then and how it's changed up until now.
Well, I think at Pepperdine, basically you got this small little school, this beautiful small little school on this side of a mountain overlooking the ocean, which is amazing, but incredibly, I think a lot of 40-year-olds want to go to Malibu, but not necessarily a lot of 20-year-old kids want to go to Malibu. So I really, at that point, was unproven as a coach. I felt some great things, but nothing that anybody was really noticing too much. And so I was going all over the world trying to find people, and really had a lot of luck and success with coaching Swedes. So I was fortunate to go to Båstad a couple times, to go to Stockholm a couple times, to go to Europe, all over Europe, to go to France. So at that point in my career, I realized I needed to go find the kids. And, I was traveling to tournaments. I can remember driving my car deep into Mexico, going to a tournament, driving down there, and drove there 8 hours, and it rained all day. When does that happen? But it was a great day because I couldn't watch the kid play, but I could be around him and see him, and I think he really appreciated the fact that I made such an effort. But I drove down that day and then drove back that same day. Lots of energy. But so now it's completely flipped a little bit because I have a bit of a reputation. I'm at a school like USC, which is one of the premier institutions in the country, one of the premier athletic departments in the country. And so a lot of the people are getting in touch with me. I actually just got an email from a great Swede the other day, so it was nice to know that he can maybe come see me. And so now I'm having a little bit more of a choice. I have more Americans on the team, but I really still believe in an international presence. I think 1 out of every 4 guys on my team should be international. I think they come in with a real different mindset than Americans, and I think it's really refreshing for the Americans to see someone from France, someone from Belgium, someone from Estonia, someone from South America. They can learn a lot. I think when you get a locker room full of Americans, all from Southern Cal, it's, we always say the area code rule. You can't have too many kids from the same area code, and there's just this. So when you get this mix of these different cultures and different personalities, you're seeing different things rise to the top. And, the international kids are so appreciative of what they have here. an American kid probably sees a USC or UCLA or Pepperdine or whatever you have, all these great schools we have in this country, and they're a little used to it. And when you get a kid from, we have a kid from France and Belgium on the team, a couple kids from Australia right now, they come over here, they didn't even think this existed. And they're absolutely blown away at the facilities, at the coaching expertise. At a university like in an athletic department like USC, we have mental coaches, we have nutritionists, we have incredible strength coaches, we have all these amazing resources for them, and they're just so excited just to be able to have all of this, because it's really it's not even close to as available in Europe for them. So yeah, I still really believe in an international presence. I'm just, fortunately for myself and my family, not logging as many frequent flyer miles. So, but yeah.
Fantastic. Let's stop there because I want to change this camera out.
Sure.
That was 10 minutes.